Empress Harmony is a great harmonizer. Yes. Artists out there, if you listen to, you're looking for a harmonizer, somebody to harmonize the music. Sweet it up and make it sound nice. So I know somebody at studio work already. Empress Harmony walk in. What do you think happen? I got artists at studio again. Somebody have to make you harmonize for me. Yes. I kid you not.
When one is broke, that is something I want to shout out loud. Rasmar gonna get Africa, proud of you. Yes, we're proud of you. Africa, we're proud of you. Yes, we're proud of you. Mama Africa, we're proud of you.
Rasmar alongside Empress Harmony.
Africa,
you never know about that one. Big up Africa. Yes, this one was for Africa. We did it.
Africa, we're proud of you.
Sorry the delay. It's very cold outside.
Yes, we're proud of you. Mama Africa, we're proud of you. The woman get up from morning. Put out her goods even though she's dead. What I know, she not sell a pill of case, not even a slice of pumpkin, and the baby still balling. She look up to the heavens and calling. Why I got to be so appalling? Why she can't have a easy and go through life nice like a charge and easy? Yes, we're proud of you.
Yo, can you go up a bit?
So you see something a joke when we bought the artist in my studio and I just run me around off my mouth. Whether you're a good harmonizer, we make it harmonize things to me. You haven't to want no man.
Fix it, man. Fix it, man. I have a fix it, man. He's not fixing nothing, people. He's so fired, but he's very good looking. Look at my fix it, man.
And then you step on side, my friend. I watch all the whole of them, the whole of them will prosper. Them say they need shine in their ring, the earth. That's how when the Bible calls for. That's all you get. That's all you get. Straight above the master. Yes, they're proud of you. Yes, man. So that was some of Toronto's best. We're there in the city, they're around town. And as we intercept with them, it's a joy. I basically get a chance to interview majority of them, if not all of them. And I get a chance to do songs with a fraction of them. So it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure all around. Yes. Hey, Karen Delight.
Right. Yes, Karen Delight.
You want a song with me too?
A song with you? I don't know, because my prices are kind of high. My prices are high.
Go on, give me a jingle then.
A jingle? Maybe I can give you a jingle or just the intro, me saying hello. Just a hello. I can give you a jingle. I don't know about that.
We're going into the night, you know.
Yes, especially because last week I almost lost my voice. So I don't know. My voice is even more expensive now. You're lucky to have me talking now. Anyways, tonight, where do I begin? For anyone who's not in Toronto, Canada, it is snowing outside. That is the weather report. If you find yourself a human blanket, if you don't have a human blanket, then go to Walmart and get some thick blanket and stay warm. That's my advice. If you don't know how to make soup, find yourself a soup man that can make soup. But stay warm. It's chilly out there.
Okay, so those are some solid advice.
That's some solid advice.
Find a two-person.
Yes.
And find yourself a blanket.
A warm
If
blanket.
Not, a warm live blanket.
A live blanket.
All right. Advice.
No, you need you need a good live blanket, because you need the blanket to last till at least March. So you don't want no so blanket that's only gonna last 1 month. Right. You need a good blanket. Yes, good solid advice. So birthday big ups. Let's see. Sean Paul, Happy Earth Strong on his birthday. Turbulence, Dexter Dapp, Maka Diamond. Are there any birthdays you want to big up?
What's going on in January?
There's so many birthdays.
Yes, big up all of the January and them.
January.
Yeah, people that move on in the time. And the thing start all over again.
Hold on.
Birthday season
You forgot to wish me happy birthday.
Over again.
Yeah, happy birthday.
So you claim January too?
No, my birthday's every month.
Oh, it's an every month thing?
Yes, depending when I meet the person. Because my mom, like I learned this little test, Ross. And I don't care who wants to think I'm bad. If I meet somebody, my birthday's a week later. And that way I find out.
Sound like scammer.
No, I'm not a scammer.
No, but it does sound that way.
No, it made me wean out the Brock Pocket man them. To find out if he's a Brock Pocket or he's nice. If I say it's my birthday, I'm not expecting a Rolls Royce. But if it's some romantic man, he's going to buy some flowers or at least buy me something.
All right.
If I say it's my birthday. So it's my birthday next week. There's a premiere. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to premiere it next week because of time. It's called What If by Wasp Above Average. And we're definitely going to be touching into that. Big up yourself, Grenade. Grenade's my avid listener. Him and I would say Winston. Winston, big up yourself, Winston, Patty. Big up your manager, Nikki. They spit music like they're spitting. They just, when you have your own studio, it's like you're like, da-da-da-da-da-da. Especially with Winston having the studio in the house, it's like he just putting out some music. But the one thing I love about both of those artists, they're putting out good music, not just any and anything. Wait, Soul Kitchen, I'm not a scammer. Don't call me big up Soul Kitchen.
Oh, you might listen to
Soul Kitchen. Hold on. The question is, if Soul Kitchen is supposed to be on his radio station, you know he's watching our station right now to see how the best do it. That's the only thing I can think of. He wants to know how the best people do it. That's why he's listening to ours for some tutoring, some tutorial. Big up yourself, Soul Kitchen. I love you. We're going to be coming over to do some little teamwork over in Hamilton soon. And his birthday's in January too, so definitely big up Soul Kitchen on that one. But you know him, he's probably going to run off to Jamaica before we get there. We'll see. February 15th, I've got an event coming up. It's called Time to Pay Back. And I'm going to be basically like a Mother Teresa doing a fundraiser where I'm putting back money into the community, into 3 different situations, 3 different hand-picked situations, which I'll discuss as the dates get closer. I want to the flyer comes out tonight. I had so many artists that want to be part of this. I had to handpick and bring it down to, I think, 15 to 16. I had over 40 people that wanted to be part of my project. So I want to thank everybody, but guess what? In May, I have another project coming up. So the people that I don't have on this one, I can definitely put you guys on the next one. And yes, Soul Kitchen is going to be one of my hosts, and also Sir B. And you know what? Ross Morgan will be one of my performances, along with Fidelity, along with Soul Grenade, so many more. Empress Minot, the list goes on. It's a nice balance of amazing artists, and I'm looking forward to it. And you need to come out because there's going to be lots of wonderful gifts. We're giving away some massage. Who knows? Ross might give away. And just looking forward to that. The goal is to raise a little money, have a little fun. Also, Ross, I want to big up Reggae Kitchen. So I didn't get none for you, but I finally got some jerk sauce. He's got 8 different jerk sauce now, so big him up on that. I got some tamarind. I'm jerking everything, Ross. Jerk hot dog, jerk egg, anything you could jerk, I'm jerking it because I got jerk sauce now.
Okay.
Yeah, man, I'm jerking it up. Everything I'm putting jerk sauce on. If you come to my house, it's going to be jerk something. So big up Reggae Kitchen on that. Hopefully, you know what I mean? We're going to get to talk to him in the new year, and he's definitely going to come through and bring some jerk sauce for everybody at Rootz Reggae Radio. Yes. Boss up. Boss up is my new phrase Because instead of people just sit around watching other people, they need to learn to boss up. They need to learn to just step up the game. And that's the new track from Grenade and Grizzly Cat. I was so excited that I got to experience seeing the video. That song's going to be coming out, and we're looking forward to that. But without further ado, Ross, I want to jump in, and we started talking to DJ Bubbles. And I want to continue that conversation. And we also have another host who's going to be talking with us. So I'm hoping that they're going to log on soon so we can talk with them about it. Yes. I don't know where Bubbles is. So I'm just waiting for her to come on, and we're going to talk to her. And there's Emma. Emma's here, but they haven't invited themselves yet. But I'd like to. Yes, Emma's here. So let's talk to Emma first. So we're gonna invite. Hello. Where's Emma? And Emma's very beautiful. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Greetings,
Hello.
greetings, greetings.
Greetings. Introduce yourself to everyone, please.
Hello, everyone. Emma Ansah here, media journalist for the African Diaspora News Channel, Emancipation Media, and the Daily Scrum News. Happy to be joining. This is a very important topic, so I'm here to get into this.
Get into it.
So the topic of discussion is the alarming rise in the amount of missing teens in and around Ontario.
Young boys, right? They're boys mostly.
Well,
Can I ask you a question before we go on? The numbers have been inconsistent. Is it 9 boys missing or 20 boys missing?
Well, I'm going to give you the full year. So for the full year, there's been 200 missing, but over half of them are Black. So of the 200 for the entire year of 2024, 110 of them are Black.
So people are just talking about saying there are Black boys missing, so there are all little boys missing.
And I don't know whether it's all Black boys, but it's 110 Black.
Or
between the ages of 10 to 25. So, but then they did say that of that 200, there are only 4 still missing. But I just got 4 more that are missing. And one is 10 years old. So, and then there are 2 that are still outstanding. One that's been missing since October, and his name is Al Pacino McNaught. He's 25 years old. He went missing in Niagara-on-the-Lake on October 19th. He's still missing. And then there's a 15-year-old named Aiden, and he's still missing. So, we have a problem.
Yeah, so obviously this is an alarming and disturbing trend. This is why you call it a very alarming and disturbing trend.
Exactly.
And the number and the data really sound the alarm, because I heard about this incident along with a lot of other people, but the number in which you are quoting right now is
It's alarming.
Yeah, it is alarming.
I thought it was only like 10 to 20.
Well, when you hear that 110 out of 200, that leaves 80 of other ethnicities.
Yes.
That is a problem. And so the other thing, or the other narrative that's being spun is that these teens are running away from something bad, whether it be something at home or they're running to something bad. And my thing is, and what I keep saying is, I struggle to believe that those are the only 2 categories, that 110 Black.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So I just feel like that was just too generalized.
Because when someone is missing, that means a body is not found. That's a totally different thing now. So what happened to this body? Where is this body where it cannot be found? So is this person alive? Is this person not alive? So it's a totally different category when you go missing in that great volume.
And the other thing that they want to clarify by the word missing, it doesn't necessarily mean abducted, kidnapped, it just means they're missing. They may have run away, they may have, so it doesn't necessarily mean missing. And then, like I said, they added those two categories to say.
Let me be the devil's advocate in this. Now, regardless, okay, let's just say they're running away. They can't stand their parents, whatever reason. Why is it statistically higher now compared to before? Because guess what? Children grew up hating their parents for one reason or another years ago. Children hated doing chores, didn't want to work, didn't want to go to school. Why are the statistics increasing?
Why the spike?
This is why I sounded the alarm, because I started seeing it more and more and more. And I said, wait a second, something's going on here. Because like you just said, let's just say for the sake of argument, they fall under these two categories. It's still an alarming rise.
Yeah.
So we have to look at why this is happening. Yeah. We've got to get down to the root cause. And so that is why I am continuing to sound the alarm. I'm continuing to provide updates. I'll be doing another report tomorrow. I was given the contact number for one of the Toronto police officers, and I left her a message before I got on this live with you guys, because I'm like, I want more details before I go.
What are the police saying?
Yeah, like what are they saying?
What is
why are this not on the front page of the
news,
media,
of the
news? Like why? What's the reason for that?
They spoke to something to do with the privacy of the families, because again, it's not all that they've been abducted, so they have to, that was one of the reasons that they said. I will say this, widespread, a lot of the people that were on this virtual call were not receiving what was being said, which was, they fall under these two categories. It's either they're running away from something or running to something. And then on top of that, we were hearing it from people that weren't Black. Okay, we were hearing it from police officers and law enforcement that were not Black. So it was kind of difficult to receive it by a lot of the people that were on the call that are Black, because you're hearing this from, there was no Black. Yeah. There was no Black representation in law enforcement on the call, too, on top of that, right? So they said there's a lot of moving parts as to why they do things the way they do. They referenced me asking, what are the police doing? And they listed out a bunch of things that they're doing, including a unit specifically for missing people that they have created, which is great. But again, it didn't make mainstream news until we all rallied as a community, and then the town hall made mainstream news. Not the problem.
The problem.
Yes.
That's the fact that they're just bringing up the fact like, hey, these bunch of Black people are getting together for a town hall, but they're not bringing up the fact, why are we having this town hall?
Because what really is scary about the whole thing, is that this scenario, this whole incident happened before in Canada, and I've heard it. But I've heard it from the natives, from the Aboriginal people who complain about the same thing that we're complaining about.
And then they found all those bodies.
So when Halam let this sound, they shouldn't be dragging their feet, knowing that is something that take place where you've been ignoring reports of missing individual, because it happened before.
It happened before.
So we need to dust off the whole thing and see the truth behind why is this really happening. Is it a high level of prejudiceness? Like, what is the cause of this in Canada? And kind of pull them to answer these questions.
Like, I mean, we're not going to try to come off, and we're not going to try to say, because if we say it, we're going to say it. I'm going to say it, because some people, so you guys may not want to say it. If there were all blonde-haired, blue-eyed women disappearing, it would be an issue. It would have been in the news. It would be special.
There would have been a press conference. Yes, I promise you.
Press conference. They'd be searching Ross Morgan's house. They'll be searching my fixer's sexy fixer guy's house. It look good in. Anyways, distracted. They be checking everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
They would be up the place.
I'll give you an example. I just saw on the news the other day on CBC that there was a 21-year-old, one of the palm colored, that had gone missing. One person made CBC News when she was missing. And that same one person made CBC News when she was found. That's one person. We're talking about 110 Black young people. And so that's why we as a community, I'm saying the power of our voice, that it prompted this massive virtual meeting where there were 500 people on the call and another 400 people asking to be right. And then they were in and out. So they said the max was like 700 people asking to be let in. So that's to tell you.
We want answers.
But again, my issue is, A, where was the Black law enforcement? B, why is it that it was the meeting that made Main Street News and not the actual? Right. Yeah. Right. And C, what are we still doing? Are we not looking at these numbers and seeing a problem?
Like, it was like it's like, oh, you guys are having a town hall. Let's talk about the town hall. But now, moving forward, with anything, you have to implement a plan in order to find a solution. Where's the plan? What is the implementation? What are they doing to resolve it? Because guess what? You guys had that town hall meeting. I'm still waking up saying, what's going on?
Well, because I woke up and there were 4 more.
Yeah.
So, I'm like, okay.
Does it have to hit home? Does it have to be like Trudeau's children or someone, one of their children, for them to say, hey, what are we doing here?
And the other thing is, I'm urging the parents as well, because I'm urging the parents to come forward as well, because we would like to know and hear from the parents of these children. Somebody raised this point the other day saying, if it was my child, I'd have a blowhorn. Like, I would be shouting from the rooftops. I would be using every resource possible. But at the same time, I can't really judge the parents.
We can't judge because
I can't.
As soon as something goes wrong in the home, the parents are the first one to blame. I'm going to bring up a scenario, and I'm not trying to compare it, right?
And don't get me wrong, I'm not blaming either. I'm just saying,
this
is what somebody brought up and saying, where are the parents?
Yeah. I'm not going to try to compare it, right? But let's look at years ago when prostitutes were disappearing. When prostitutes or drug addicts or even homeless people, do you know a lot of homeless people are disappearing off the street too? Nobody cares that homeless people are disappearing. Somebody cares because a family member says, you know what? I always saw my relative on that corner. And I know my relative didn't die, or where did my relative go? We're losing people in general.
Yeah.
And it's what we call the underdogs or whatever, as far as homeless or prostitutes, nobody cared. Now it's our young Black men and nobody cares. We're losing a whole generation of men. That means, like, when it comes to, like, when you think about it, children, right? Who are the women going to have children with if they're getting rid of all the men? That's a whole...
And they are our future.
They're our future.
The children are our future. Yeah. But when I see 10-year-old or 13-year-old, and I'm thinking, okay, these two categories, running to something, running away from something. At 10 years old, what
are you running from? What are you running from at 10?
And what are you running to? One of the other things that was said is that there are a lot of older people that are luring younger people away to sell drugs. So again, it's like, if that's the case, what are we doing? Mm-hmm. Because how is it happen? Are we getting to the root cause? Are we finding these?
Like, how are they
that are luring them away? Like, what?
Them? Is it social media? Are they attracting? Are they in the schools luring them? Like, we need to know, like, how are
this
they?
This is what I'm saying. We have to dig into that and get to the root cause. Because if we are saying that this is true, why is it that 110 Black people are the ones that were so easily lured away? What is happening? There's so much to unpack here to understand How?
Wait, I want to understand something. Okay, because I'm trying to do my CSI here. Now, is it all boys or was it boys and
There
girls?
are some girls too. There is
Okay,
they did report that one of the things that has gone up, which is true, is human trafficking. So there's but what I'm saying is what I was seeing more between October and December were young black boys
boys.
between the ages of
Well,
10 and
I'm a mother.
25.
I'm a mother of boys.
Mhm.
I'm a sister of 8 brothers. So I'm gonna tell you something. The only thing that can draw a little boy at the house is a little girl, right? Right? So on social media, parents need to be alert because someone's pretending it's catfishing.
Mm.
It's somebody pretending to be a little girl to get the little boy out. Because a little boy's not gonna disappear for another little boy. There's some catfish going on where somebody's pretending to be a girl. They're seeing some hot chick on social media, and that's what's driving them because they're not jumping in vans. People must see if someone's grabbing someone, throwing them in a van.
Exactly. And my thing is, I think that's all well and good that we have this virtual call and you sort of unpacked and explained to us what the difference is between missing and abducted and all of those things. That's great, but we can't take our foot off the pedal here. We cannot, because again, 4 more just came up missing. So we as a community have to continue to lean, to figure this out, to be the village, to if we see something, say something, keep an eye on our youth. Like we have to.
My concern is like the parents. Like I wish a parent would talk about this.
That's
You know what?
what I'm saying. We'd like to
I wish
hear
a
from.
parent would no parents talking about it, and I don't know why. I don't know. Is there a hush hush in this? Is there a what? I don't know what's going on because I'll tell you why. For me as a parent, I know my son's routine. If my teenage son, I mean, and it's happened. It's happened where if a certain time my son, as a mother, we never sleep. Like even to this day, my
Yeah.
son's a teenager and I half sleep because until we hear that door close and they're in the house, a mother does not go to sleep. And even when that door closes, we still don't fully sleep because we want to know that they're breathing.
Mm,
My son's
yeah.
18 and I go check if he's breathing. So
Yeah. I mean, as a parent, from the moment you have this child, your anxiety level is here.
yeah,
And your anxiety just changes as they grow. It's a different type of anxiety as they continue to grow, right? But you're right. You still don't sleep. It's for one reason or the other when they're 5, 10, 15, 20. It never, and then of course, when you see everything that goes on with our young black men, with the police, with, you're gonna be like,
what made you decide to get involved in this? Because you're not missing any children. Like some people don't care. They're like, I ain't got no children. My children ain't missing. What made you get so passionate and get involved in this? And Bubbles, where are you? We're waiting for you to come on.
I am passionate about anything that involves our community because
Yeah.
that's what I do. That's what I do as a media journalist. I report and I expose injustices against our community. And so when I started seeing another one, I said, wait a second, we have a problem
Yes.
here. And that's my job and my passion is to expose and to bring to light what's going on and things again that you will not see on mainstream media.
Yes.
I identified this. I was asking the same question. Why am I not seeing this on the news? Especially when you see all of these young black boys. So that's what
And
made me.
handsome, beautiful boys. And they're from different areas. Now, some
Exactly. It's all
they say,
around
oh, they're all from
Ontario.
Brampton, or they're all from this. They're from different walks of life, and they're students. They're well-groomed young men. They're not going to try to say that they're involved in crime.
That's what I'm saying. And so for me, that's what made me decide this is a story that I need to cover. And then once I did that, it kind of blew up, and then here we are. And I'm glad, and I want to keep my foot on the sort of on that accelerator and keep it I'm not going to allow it to just get washed in the trees. I'm going to keep, there's 4 more. There's still 2 missing. I'm going tomorrow. I'm reporting on 6 more.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep putting it out there.
And I think that there is an elephant in the room that the authority is not addressing. I think they have an idea. You must have an idea, because we as outsiders, we're not law enforcement, but we have our own ideas. We know what's going on in the community, and when things so strange like this happen, you wonder if it's a racketeering for organ. Is it something going on? And that's the elephant in the room in which they don't want to admit.
Well, the question did come up about organ harvesting, and if the police would ask or clarify whether this may be some of the case, because a lot of people have been, saying that. And their response was, it does happen, but it's very rare. But again, not telling us, did it happen to any of these people? Do you see what I'm saying?
Give you a prize. One sim, one you go for Gram. Press the sim, someone my tuna.
Can you see me, Emma?
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
All right. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, Bob.
Good
You have
evening.
to talk about this.
I just wanted everybody to know that you have a special guest here tonight on Rootz Reggae Radio. This is Emma Ansah. She is like the soul of the African News Diaspora, and she is actually the Black community's voice in terms of getting you accurate and important news about what's happening in the Black community here in Canada. And I just wanted you guys to give Emma Ansah a props for me, because she is the face of the African News Diaspora here in Canada. It's an honor for me to be a guest alongside her on your show, Karen.
I thank you, and I mean, like I said, we said part 2. There might even be part 3.
Oh,
I'm
there will
sure
definitely be.
Start this a bit earlier, but the snow and just everything, and I was looking for a blanket.
I understand. It just kind of makes you wonder where those missing kids are on a night like this, eh?
Yeah, you
if
think
the
about the weather
narrative,
too, right?
yeah.
Think about the
If
weather.
the,
A question, because like I said, now it's getting to the point where when we don't have any answers, people start making up different things. We're misinformed, and that's where it's coming at now. That we're hearing so many different stories that people aren't taking it serious, because they think, oh, it's a TikTok joke, it's a this, that, because we're hearing so many different versions of it.
Not only that, people are just saying things. Like, for example, when City News covered it, there were so many people in the comments that were, and they were just saying they've gone to sell drugs. They were literally saying, like, you Blacks need to, like, it was bad. There were a lot of really, really nasty comments. But what that sends is the message of how much our Black life does not matter.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because there was hardly anything positive being said.
and so Karen, Emma, can you tell them about the upcoming town hall meeting coming up regarding this?
There's 2, actually. There's one on January 16th at Revival Time Tabernacle from 6 to 9. And then there's one on January 23rd at Brampton City Hall and the atrium level from 6 to 9. So there's going to be 2, and that's supposed to be with our community. And
minus
being held by the Black Empowerment organization.
Okay. But I thank you guys. I'm glad we have media people like you that's putting it out there, and I'm trying my best. And Ross Morgan, we're trying to spread it, because we need answers. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, for children, we as a community, you remember those days where everybody was responsible for that child? We're all responsible.
We need to get back to that. we
We
need
need
to
to
get
get
back to that.
that where we're concerned. Nowadays, people are that like I'm not gonna bring up all the different scenarios that have happened, but they shouldn't have happened because people turn away now. People don't see anything. People close a blind eye, and we can't do that. So I thank you guys for bringing this up, and we're gonna continue this conversation.
Yes.
We most definitely need to. As you know, the next segment coming on, award-winning Bees coming on next. So we're just touching on this, and we're definitely going to continue this
And
because
look out
we
for my
we want to
next.
do it like a subliminal message. We want to keep talking about it and talking about it till it gets into their brain, till people think about it. And the petition's still going on, right? The Bubbles?
It is I can share the link. It's if those of you who wish to add your signatures to the petition. And before you cut here, I just want to say to anyone who's tuned in to this radio station right now, our community is in danger. The young children from the Black community are in danger, and we can't just think, okay, they've pacified us with a town hall meeting. We got a minute of awareness on the news. This is something that needs continuous recognition and awareness, and not just to be aware, but to take action. It just takes one click to share something and just keep this momentum going.
It doesn't cost just to share. We're not saying everyone has to join. They'd have to donate. They have to do whatever. Just share the message.
That's
right?
it.
The same way some of you people share gossip. You're gossip mongers. Share it. Okay.
And I will definitely share the link to my follow-up report so that we can keep that going.
We're going to follow up with your follow-up report. So thank you. Everyone's saying hi to GP, Ghetto President. Can you hear us?
Blessings. Good night. I can hear, but I cannot see.
And another project we're working on, we're going to talk about, ladies. We're talking about the gun violence. That's our next topic, about all these young people dying from gun violence. And we have a rhythm coming out. We're going to close off. GP, are you going to give them some of the song that's coming out on the 15th when we close off with?
Yeah, Mom, we can't get them a little piece,
you know? Piece so we close off with it, please.
Okay. Too much gunshot of fire and people are dead. All me can see a bloodshed. Wonder when the place I got better and people not dead. All me can see a bloodshed. Education are the key. Get a youth say for hold up head. All me can see a bloodshed. Monday are hungry, I hustle for the bread instead. All me can see a bloodshed. Hard work when me put in, forget the success. Never sell out for them Gucci or guess. Stay in my lane straight forward, me press them a work for the devil, but a we judge a bless. Enough of them vex, but I'ma change up the flex. Well focused on the mission, me no stress. Tired of the duff, tired of me the rest. And next up, make them youths and our meds. Too much gunshot of fire and people are dead. All me can see a bloodshed. Wonder when the place I got better and people not dead. All me can see a bloodshed. Education are the key. Yo, me have to hold up made. All me can see a bloodshed. Monday are hungry, I hustle for the bread instead. All me can see a bloodshed. Then I'm town and a town, Spanish town compound. Beg the youth them humble, no make the thing sound. No more gun clown, no killing in a town. Every dirty politician know them have to come down. Jews land. Go straight to my valley. Your more office the ghetto youths are living our money. Every ghetto youths make them one. That is it.
Wow. I don't know how you memorize all that, but thank you. And the title of that is Stop the Bloodshed.
Stop the bloodshed. Too much killing, innocent killing.
We're going to be talking about gun violence next time. Thank everyone for tuning in. Bless out, pass out. Bye.
Blessings. That is it.
Stay for award-winning Sir B.